everybody. Welcome to another session of Teacher Talks. And today we are going to have a very interesting educator, again from India, Supriyaa Narula. And, and I hope we are going to have a very interesting talk today, and I hope you are going to enjoy this session. And now we are waiting for her to join our session. Then we are going to start talking, and we are going to talk about education, talk about COVID-19, and talk about some teaching techniques and activities and more and more. And so here she comes, and so it's better to invite her to. I'm so excited. Yes, here she comes. Hello, Mrs. Narula.
Hello, how are you?
It's good to see you.
Same
Good
here.
evening,
Thank you.
good evening to India and to you.
Good
Yes,
evening
and
from
also
India.
I know it's a little bit late over there, and but thank you very much for joining us at this time.
Pleasure.
And you didn't say
Pleasure.
no
Thank
to us.
you.
It's really good to hear that.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a really nice talk, I think, and very
Looking
interesting. I'm
forward.
sure of that.
Thank you.
And so, how is before we start the talking? So, how is the weather there?
Weather is hot and humid, of course, this part of the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
monsoons
hot.
are about to begin, so hoping for good rains.
Yeah, I see that. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah,
And if you are ready, and we can
yeah,
start, and then
sure,
the other audiences can join us during the
definitely.
live sessions. Okay. So, Mrs. Narula, can you
Hmm.
tell us about yourself, please?
I'm Supriyaa Narula, as you've already introduced me, and I've been into the teaching profession for the past 11 years. And I'm associated with Pathways World School, which is by far one of the best schools in India.
Mm-hmm.
And we are from the North India, and ours is a residential school. And if I talk about myself, yes, teaching was something which was never planned with me as a career. It happened by chance, and now that I cannot think of any other career but being a teacher.
Oh, it's good to hear that.
Yeah. Mhm. And
Okay.
currently, I am a grade level coordinator, primary school. I've always been gravitated to
Uh-huh.
work with the little ones. So I have taught across a range of from kindergartners till grade five. And currently, I'm taking grade three and coordinating that grade as well.
I see, great. And now another question. Can you tell us about your experiences in teaching and your current institution that you are working now?
Um, experiences in teaching has been quite a roller coaster, and every experience is a learning one for me. It's been quite good. I've grown with my students, grown with my children, learned with them, and I've also, enhanced my teaching learning strategies. I've grown as a person, as a professional. And currently, I would say the institution have supported me extremely well. And during these trying times, also for COVID, of what the schools are going through and what students are going through, I would say Pathways World School. I'm very privileged to be a part of that institution. I mean, looking at the management, I can only say that yes, humanity still prevails. The kind of support we have received from our management in terms of resources, be it physical, be it online resources, the school has really supported us through and through, and it's a privilege to be a part of that institution.
Oh, it's great. It's great. So you are lucky then. So you are lucky then. You are lucky, I think, to be in that institution. Can you
Yeah,
hear
this
me?
I think this.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Huh, okay, great.
kind
And
of
I
a
said,
bit. Yeah.
I think we have a
I
kind
can't
of
hear
a
you,
con.
Volkan, very well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
No?
better. That's better.
Better.
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
can.
So
Yeah.
I said you are very lucky to being in that institution, I think.
Definitely, definitely. Too
It's
lucky. Too lucky
it's
to believe.
it's great. It's good to hear that. So, can you
Yeah.
tell us about what you have done for your professional development so far? So, what kind of things you
Uh,
have?
During this COVID times, or see, now that the times have been this is, we had to embrace the unknown here, as the COVID hit the whole world, this pandemic. But we use this time to our benefit in terms of honing our own skills, in terms of our professional development, be it enhancing our technology tools, and also uh, the whole teacher community has been very kind enough to hold a lot of webinars or maybe virtual workshops, maybe free, maybe it comes with a cost, but teachers have really helped the whole community. uh, they've helped us in growing, in understanding, in learning more teaching strategies which can work well with children.
I see. It's great.
So that has really worked. And everywhere now, the technology in where teachers are becoming Microsoft educators, they are becoming Google certified educators, they are becoming Flipgrid educators, Apple educators. So they've
Yes.
used this time, and all of us, I guess, we've used this time to just get on top of everything and use this time for our good.
Good. Yeah, you are right. You are
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. I
Hmm.
think
Hmm.
people are all the teachers, actually not only teachers and
Yeah,
other people also are, trying to, get used to these situations and trying to get
totally.
to
And
learn
making the
this.
best out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm, hmm,
Exactly.
hmm, hmm,
So,
hmm.
Mrs. Narula, can you tell us about the advantages and disadvantages in working in India?
India, of course, has been. I'm very proud of being an Indian.
Oh, good.
Whatever, I've grown as a person, been brought up here, born and brought up here in India. So, of course, the country comes with a lot of advantages and disadvantages. And this year, recently, what happened after 34 years, our country has undergone an education change. So we are
Uh-huh.
also looking at a progressive system of education, unlike what used to happen before, where the rote learning was the core of teaching and
Uh-huh.
learning. But now, India being a very progressive country, the curriculum is changing, the attitude and outlook towards education has changed, and it is a fundamental right. And of course, the government is making a lot of ways and means to ensure that proper good education is available for all. So
Great.
there are advantages. It's a very friendly country.
I know that. I know that. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I have this teacher talk series with other Indian teachers and teacher trainers and other, and I know that as far as I have learned from them, you are a very friendly and very
Yes, we do
working.
embrace diversity from our heart.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
is there any are there any disadvantages?
I don't think so. See, because I've been always a part of an IB school in India, where not only infrastructure wise, but support system wise as well, education is at its peak, and
Uh-huh.
it is at its best. So I don't see any disadvantages. Of course, there are areas of improvement, which of course the people in the country, they are working towards it,
I
and it's
see.
good to learn
Great.
and grow. Yeah. And
Great.
it's
Yeah.
always good to, to understand the new education policy. This has just come into practice this year. Just few
Great.
few weeks back, I would say.
The new education policy, you are going to have it.
Totally. Yes.
Is it,
Yes,
is
we
it
just had
possible,
it. Yeah.
is it possible to give us some explanation about what's going to be like the new education policy?
It
If you
will
have.
be more progressive. Yeah, it will be
Uh-huh.
more progressive in nature, with hands-on, and also about, I would say, making connections to the real world will be more practical. Practical in terms of its delivery and in terms of understanding also.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like face-to-face education or more depends on online?
See, as far as the today's time goes, it's a mix of synchronous, asynchronous, face to face, and both. I think we are all ready to do virtual also, and we did take up the virtual teaching and learning very seamlessly. That was before our school closed down for the summer break, and then we started off with a new version. I would call it as virtual teaching 2.0 version, and
Uh-huh.
we are very ready to take it on. And I think we are doing
I
good.
see.
Our whole team, the teacher
I
community, is
see.
doing pretty good in terms of delivery of the content, delivery of lessons, and also at the same
Mm-hmm.
time maintaining the emotional well-being of children.
I see. Great. It's great. So in this period, as the
Yeah.
whole world has faced this the bad situation, we can say the COVID-19. So do you provide online lessons due to the COVID-19?
Yeah.
Do you provide online lessons due to the
Yeah.
COVID-19? Ah,
Yes,
you're doing.
we
Okay, good.
completely moved
So
on to our, yeah, we are doing it. It's been quite some time now. We've been doing it since the month of March, and we are into August now.
I see. So in this period, how do you reach your students, and how do you assess them? And also, do you think that you can reach every student? So let's start one by one. So the first question is, in this period,
See,
how do you
initially,
reach your
yeah.
students?
See, reaching out to students has been, we've changed our ways and means of in terms of connecting with children more and more, where there is one-on-one connect, where children,
Uh-huh.
are opening out to share their anxiety, a bit of a
Yes.
not even a pause. I mean, we are going slow with the curriculum in terms of its delivery, but the rigor does not get compromised. And reaching in and reaching out, I would say, is the mantra where we are reaching out to children one on one, making connections with them. We are available 24/7, maybe through emails, through phone calls, through messages.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional well being is the priority. And of course, when we say reaching in, we are also promoting and having our children work.
Mrs. Narula, are you there? I think we have a internet connection problem here. So this sometimes, happens internet connection. Oh, she left. So I think she will come back again in a soon. So sorry for this situation, but it happens. So because of the connections, bad connections. Yeah, and Lost White says here, value education for all. Students can change. Yeah, okay. So has returned. She has returned. Yeah, you're right, Lost Whites, and the students can choose their favorite subject and change anytime in his or her first studies. Yeah, you are right. I see. Welcome back. I think
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
there.
some
Yeah,
connection problem, but this can happen. It's not a
in the
problem.
connection. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you were talking about reaching your students.
Yes, reaching out, as I said, that we are really building strong connections with our children so that they are comfortable, they don't face any kind of stress or anxiety due to online teaching or maybe going virtual than face to face. So that's our mantra. We do less is more. We believe in quality than in quantity.
I
Yeah.
see. Great. So, how do you assess your students in this period?
See, assessments, we've left it pretty open mind. This assessments, we are not assessing children in terms of their content understanding. Maybe it's conceptual, and that
Uh-huh.
where we look at more of application-based questions, open-ended questions, where each child can have a different answer to it. And we are also looking at various tools, maybe Microsoft Forms and Kahoot quizzes. And there's so many online tools available, maybe some brainstorming sessions through which we do assess how much a child has understood, maybe a particular concept in any of the subject areas.
I see. Great. And by the way, Kahoot is one of my favorite tool that
Yeah.
that shows,
Socrates, Kahoot, online forms, there is a whole range of tools that we can use. It's just a matter of exploring and just bringing it on with children.
yeah, it's great. So, this question is, I really wonder, do you think you can reach every student?
Yes, that's our priority. As we moved on to online teaching, that has been the priority, to reach out to each and every child. As it is in an IB setup
Uh-huh.
in our school, we have a very healthy student-teacher ratio where we know each and every child, say to they also have a very strong connection with their teachers, that they know we are there, we are available. And that really works. And we have also have that kind of bond with children where they know that they have to reflect, they have to speculate, they have to work on building their skills, and teachers are there to support them anytime they
Mm-hmm.
want.
I
That kind
see.
of bond we do have
I
with
see.
each one of our students.
Yeah.
That's our USP, that's our strength.
Yeah, good. It's good to hear this. Yeah, great. So,
Yeah.
Mrs. Narula, what kind of activities do you suggest to use during this period with the students?
See, with what we are looking at, I mean, what the whole school as a teacher community at Pathways, we look at is that building on a curriculum which is conceptual in its nature. And we want our children to be continually stimulated. We have changed our bit of teaching and learning strategies. We've moved on to a lot of hands-on in terms
Uh-huh.
of building their creativity, building their
Mm-hmm.
curiosity, through project-based learning, through STEM projects, team-based projects. And
Mm-hmm.
we are also looking at a curriculum which focuses on building on attitudes, maybe resilience, gratitude, or empathy, family, importance of community. Through our curriculum itself, we are building on these skills so that they are ready to embrace the unknown.
I see. Okay. Good. It's
Yeah.
good. So this kind of activities, and you are suggesting to the teachers to
Yes,
use it.
yes,
So,
completely.
yeah,
Yes,
great.
and
Great.
definitely
So,
our curriculum doesn't get compromised. Through our curriculum, implicitly or maybe some explicit activities, we do enhance these skills in children so that they become mentally strong.
mentally strong. Yeah, that's important point. Yeah, they should be
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
the
yeah.
mentally strong.
Hmm.
So, another question that I want to ask. So, what suggestions do you give, I mean, to the teachers to motivate their students for online learning? It's a little difficult, I think.
Um, it is. I mean, personally, I really feel that a positive attitude and a flexible mindset is the key to success during these unknown times.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
also, we as teachers, we are all in this together, be it students, be it parents, be it teachers. So we should not be harsh on ourselves. Take it easy, teachers. Come on, we are doing a good job. So we just need to look at building on reflective strategies, collaborative skills, and together we'll just sail through. It's just going to be it's just a phase. It's going to pass.
yeah,
Just have a positive attitude and a flexible mindset.
but sometimes I think it's very difficult, to motivate the students for online learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard,
Hmm. Hmm.
but we have to find
It
different.
works very well. Yeah, it works very well if you, give them the onus of their own learning. But personally, with my classroom, it's worked when I have, set certain essential agreements with my students, where
Uh-huh.
they set the tone of the class, that what are the agreements that we should all follow in a virtual teaching mode. So I was very surprised. I mean, they took me by surprise when they came up that, ma'am, I think we don't need to switch off our videos and we'll be on mute. If we have to say something, we'll raise our hand, use the raise hand icon, we'll use the thumbs up
Uh-huh.
icon. So all these agreements, if you just leave it on children to make, and they decide on how do they want the virtual lessons to happen, they take greater ownership and greater responsibility, and it really works. Rather than coming from the teacher, it is, if it comes from students, they take the ownership, and it works
Yeah.
well.
Thank you. It's great.
Yeah.
Nice. It's really nice. So,
Yeah.
my another question is, what suggestions do you give to the teachers for their professional growth during this pandemic period? What they can do?
I mean, I'll definitely, I'm not an expert in it, but from my whatever little experience I have in my teaching, I would say that, which is very tough to do. It took me years to, go by it. It is just that just let go. Now, there's something that we need to promote, a student agency where they take ownership of their learning. So just be a mentor, be a guide, and don't be a teacher guiding them what to learn. I think it's good if we let go, let them have their struggles, because these struggles are very productive, and we are also, if we also become a part of their struggle, we'll enjoy the whole process of this learning journey rather than focusing on the product. We don't need to block their learning. We let go, be a partner in their learning, and which is definitely, it's easier said than done. I mean, it took me years to get into this. Okay, I need to give that liberty, give that charge to my students to
Mm-hmm.
just to take charge of their own learning. But again, once you give it, and then you are there, when you see that students are taking that leadership role, they are taking those responsibilities, and they will surprise you with their learning. It does
Exactly.
happen. So it's a, as I said, that inquiry based. We in our school, we do follow the inquiry based model, which is a beautiful model to follow, where students will, which promotes agentic learning.
I will come that point. I will come that point.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
as far, so it's better to move that inquiry-based learning model. So I think, as far
Yes,
as I know,
completely.
you are interested in that, and you are working with
Yes,
this model. So can you tell
yes.
us about what is this inquiry-based learning model?
See, in this inquiry-based learning lies my heart and soul, and that's the basis of our school program also, where students learn to think conceptually. They identify connections between situations which are definitely, obviously not related, and
Mm-hmm.
we work through concepts rather than content. So students develop the ability to transfer knowledge into new contexts and into new situations. So once that where questions are more valued than answers. So it's not only igniting the students' questioning skills, but also to generate enthusiasm and trigger curiosity with children. That what is it they
Uh-huh.
want to learn? How do they want to learn? How much time would they take to go through that learning process? And how is it that they would want to share their learning? So it's a whole process, it's a whole cycle of going to and fro, coming back. And of course, it's not that every inquiry model, I would say, is successful. Children go through a lot of failures. But in this model, it's always that, okay, you have to embrace failure. It's you learn from your mistakes, learn at your own pace. As we say, one size does not fit all. So students are getting enthused with their questions, what they want to learn. They are learning at their own pace, and by the end of it, they know all of them are unique in their own ways.
I see. It's very interesting and
Yeah,
very, I think,
it is extremely
useful.
interesting. Yeah, for the teachers, it's difficult to let go, because we as teachers, we know that, okay, we have to monitor, we have to give in, and we have to tell them what to do. It's just a 360-degree turn, where we are also learning as a part of their process of struggle. And it is a productive struggle, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, the teacher has got lots of work to do with it, I think. Huh? It's hard for
Totally.
teachers
Yes,
to do.
it is. It is. Definitely it is.
So this one is this that inquiry-based learning model will be in your new education system in India.
We are looking at it, because the new education model hasn't gotten into practice as such. We've just received it, but we as a school, we don't follow the host country curriculum. We follow the IB curriculum at Pathways, which is in itself an international
Hmm.
curriculum, the International Baccalaureate.
Oh, I
So we
see.
are
I
a
know it.
PYP, MYP, and a DP Continuum school.
I see. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
interesting. So
yeah.
this, I really wonder about what are you thinking about this question. So my another question is, what do you think about the future of education, Mrs. Narula?
A very bright one, I would say. You know, we've always heard this quote by Confucius, which says that I hear and I forget, I see, I remember, and I do, I understand. That's really
Yeah,
very close to my heart. And I do see future of education, the model of education moving towards it, where children do get hands-on experience. They learn that learning itself is a beautiful, exciting journey. It's a process, and learning is unpredictable. The moment it gets unpredictable, you are enthused to know more, you become curious, you work on your skills, and children will definitely learn and they'll embrace failures better than ever. So I do
I
look
see.
at the future of education as being very positive, where children will celebrate their uniqueness, differences, and aware of the superpower that everybody has, that all of them are geniuses.
Yeah, yeah, right. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. So another question is that I want to ask you. So uh, have you used, I mean, like international projects with your students? Have you joined any international projects with your students?
Yes, see, being in an international school, we are connected to varied schools across the globe in all parts of the world in different continents. And of course, we have been connecting with many schools. I mean, one of the schools, of course, as since you're from Turkey. So I
Oh, really?
remember doing yes, a pen pal project with a school in Turkey last year. Then, I mean, I'm just talking about my grade itself. We are big time into the SDG UNICEF, the Sustainable Development Goal Project. We are very
Great.
visible there too, Pathways as a community. And yes, of course, across the world, we've been connecting with lot many schools through Flipgrid, then also through Microsoft tools, a lot many areas and lot many forums we are visible, and our children are very comfortable connecting and celebrating diversity with each other.
Great. It's great. It's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Mrs. Narula, so in your in your education system, uh, when you compare, like, have you got a private college in India?
Yes, many. We have
Oh,
many.
you,
India is a huge country.
yeah, I know. Yeah, of course you have it.
Mm.
So when you compare them, so the private colleges and the government colleges, what can you tell us about them?
See, I would say, I mean, there's not much of a difference. Yes, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of facilities, in terms of staff, there is a varied range. There is a range of, I would say, facilities available in the private colleges more as compared to the government one. But as I said, the new education policy, there's a huge 360-degree turnover where the government, funded colleges and
Uh-huh.
institutions are coming in a big way, and there is a lot of hope for students here in India too.
I see. So the new system, I think it will change the
Of
government
course,
schools too.
that's a very promising policy that the government has come up with, and I would say that being in an IB school, we've always been very progressive, extremely progressive in terms of our content delivery. Because as you know, that IB is a very challenging curriculum, and it is a very rigorous curriculum. So, I mean, we are looking at some parallel, some similarities between what the government has to offer now and what we are currently doing in the IB. So, IB is, I guess, way beyond in terms of its practices, its standards of what we are delivering to children. It's quite promising and very challenging. And our children
You,
are ready to face the world.
I see. Great. So you talk about always, I mean, during our conversation, so the IB school. So as I think only the private colleges can become an IB school, not the government, as far as I understand from your
Yes, the private ones. Yeah, I would say
the
the
private
private
side.
ones.
So what should we do to become an IB school?
See, for an IB school, you need to, I think am not the right person for it because you would find all the details on the IBO website, where, of course, you need to apply for being an IB
Uh-huh.
school. You need to deliver a curriculum for certain time, for a particular time period. Then you have to apply for an authorization. Then every 5 years, that process is renewed. So there's a whole process to it, which the whole information of it you will find on the IBO website.
I see. We can find them
Yeah.
from all of them. So
Yeah.
is
Yes.
it
Yes.
is it is it the curriculum of IB curriculum? Is it really you know difficult to follow or easy to follow for teachers?
It's not at all difficult, but yes, you would have to unlearn as a teacher of what you've been doing and relearn to deliver the curriculum. Because as I said, teachers are mentors and guides, not as teachers feeding in the information. We are learners too with our children. It's a very, I would say, high order, challenging curriculum to be delivered.
Uh-huh.
But once you're into it, then it's amazingly good. I mean, the kind of, I would say, I'll use a very colloquial word, the kind of kick you get in delivering, and you see when your children are successful and they are ready to embrace, I would say, the unknown and, the way they've worked on their skills in building their skills, be it communication, thinking skills, and research skills. It's really wonderful to see children taking ownership. So
I
it
see.
is a very appropriate for these times curriculum.
I see. It's very interesting and it's very I think so.
It is
It's I mean
definitely. I mean, even after teaching for so many years, I would still say that I haven't mastered it. I'm still in the
oh
learning phase. And because every year there's so many new standards practices coming in where we also have to upgrade our teaching skills. And it's not only that we need to attend PDs and some external sources, you yourself can do your professional development through reads. There is so much of reading material available. There's so much of application based teaching that you can do in your classrooms that you can learn. It's a beautiful curriculum to be delivered.
I see. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
So I mean the students get the lots of things from this curriculum. Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
hands-on, and
Great.
they become really very smart to face the world, the challenging world, which is so unpredictable, and we don't know what the future has to hold. But this curriculum prepares you for that.
Yeah, prepare them to the real world, you mean. It's really
Completely,
good.
yes,
So,
yes.
and my other question is, and so what is the easiest skill and the hardest skill for you to teach to the students and why?
If you talk about skills, I would say
Like
skills
writing,
have
speaking, or grammar?
no, skills have to be taught explicitly and implicitly. And it's not only communication skills. We have our focus on all the ATLs. Maybe
Uh-huh.
that is, self-management, thinking, communication, social skills, research skills. So all these skills, if we keep in mind, then all these skills need to be taught explicitly and within the curriculum that we deliver. And I would say all of them are challenging because children need to learn how to learn. And these skills will help them learn how to learn.
I see.
So I wouldn't say that there is one skill which is important and the other isn't. Every skill has a very, is important in its own way. And
Uh-huh.
when we are delivering a curriculum or maybe through units, there are certain skills will take precedence over the others, but definitely by the end of it, all of them are important.
All of them are important. I see. Great.
100%.
It's great. So we are almost coming the end of our session. So
Yeah.
another question is, so what suggestion would you like to give to the teachers about education? If you would like to say one or two words to all the teachers around the world, so what you can tell them?
Just as I said that to the teachers, I would say, um, just humanize yourself, be positive, have a growth mindset, and be flexible with children. After all, they are children. They learn.
Exactly. After all, they are children. So
Yes.
great. Thank you. And my last question is about COVID-19. So it's not actually about the education. So can you tell us about the effects of this situations on your country? So how is going on there?
See, the situation is under control, I would say, as we started off in the month of March. I mean, you know how the world has been through this
Yeah,
pandemic. Yes, the cases have increased, the COVID positive cases are increasing, but at the same time, I would say the rate the people are getting better is also increasing. So there's a good, we are getting there. I'm sure we are going to get out of this and we get back. We have adjusted to the new normal, but we will get back to the old normal soon. And our country is coping up well. Because of the huge population that we have, we do have a lot of cases which are positive, but at the same time, the healing rate is better.
great. It's
It's
great. It's
going good. Yeah.
like Turkey. Yeah, we have the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have also
Hmm.
some
Yeah.
cases,
No, no,
but
we are
we
really looking forward to face-to-face schools, the institutions being opened up so that we can meet our children in the physical world. We're
yeah.
really looking forward to those times.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to, have the face-to-face education as soon as
Yes.
possible because this,
Mhm.
the online teaching and remote teaching and this it never takes the place of face-to-face education.
Yes,
So
never.
the face,
See,
yeah,
a
it's
physical touch
the
and a
feeling.
physical presence totally cannot be replaced by virtual classes. But we are doing our best, and our children have responded pretty well to this whole process. And I'm sure we'll get back to the old normal soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Hmm.
And so I think that's all, Mrs. Narula. All my questions are finished, and
Thank you so much, Mr.
thank you very
Volkan,
much.
for hosting me.
Yeah, it was really nice conversation, and it was really great to have you like such an educator like you, and I really like to being with you here. And also thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for ideas, for your experiences. And actually I can make it longer, but I don't want to take your time because I know that it's really late in
Yeah.
India, so that's
No,
why.
it was a pleasure interacting with you. I
Yeah,
look
it was
forward to
really,
more
I'm so
such
happy to have you
conversations.
here.
Thank you so much.
And also thank you to all the people who join and listen to us, especially you, not me. You talked. I just asked the questions and we listened your great ideas and experiences.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
this is Narula, and I hope to see you in another
Thank
session
you.
in the future, maybe. And I hope you
Definitely.
enjoyed
Looking
it.
forward.
I liked it. And what can I say? I think good night for you.
Good night. Namaste
Good,
from India.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
And good evening to the people, and good morning, maybe other people,
Yeah.
another
Maybe
part
good
of the world.
morning in some part of the world
Yeah,
and good night from India.
exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much, and peace on
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you
And
for
take
hosting
care,
me.
Mr. Narola. Thank you.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
You
Thank you
too.
very much.